Hey gamers, welcome back to another episode of Have You Played? I'm Jordan Hill.
And my name is Andrew Taylor. Have you ever pooped your own bed? Today we're taking a look at my review of A Short Hike. As everyone already knows, us here at Hidden Machine are huge fans of our favorite publisher, Devolver Digital. I've been very excited for their newest release, Death's Door. I've heard a lot about this game and its bird protagonist becoming a reaper and collecting souls, but so far I haven't really... Oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong game! A Short Hike kind of feels like the alternate reality to Death's Door, which I haven't played yet, but I'll be checking out very soon. It also came out a couple years before, but whatever. You do also play as a bird, though I don't think you're a crow, but instead of slashing through enemies and stealing their souls, you're flying peacefully through the air, fishing, playing beach stick ball, and exploring this peaceful forest. Let me first just mention that by default, this game has a huge pixel filter on top of it, which you might see in other gameplay. And I think that's cool and stylized, but as a FPS and resolution-obsessed PC gaming freak, I opted to turn it off in the settings to better see and admire this quaint world. Quaint Claire is on a trip with Aunt May to Hawk Peak Island for the summer. Perhaps a little resistant to life away from the city, Claire hangs around the cabin waiting for a phone call until Aunt May tells her... Aunt May? I said Aunt May before. Aunt, whatever. Aunt May tells you that there is no reception on the island. Fortunately, though, there may be some signal at the peak of Hawk Peak, and Aunt May encourages Claire to climb up to it. Claire decides that today is the day, and you begin your journey. Okay, yeah, I know I usually review games about galactic wars and space marines and death and shit, but this game is literally about a cute bird trying to get cell service in the forest, and I really love it. Claire can jump and glide to explore the world for secrets and items. As you explore, you'll find other people that live on the island to talk to. To get to the top of the island, you'll need to be able to climb, so you try joining the climbing club or whatever. They say they'll accept you, but first you'll need to have a golden feather. Golden feathers are the main collectible in the game. They act as an endurance meter for all of Claire's moves, like climbing, double jumping, and sprinting. You can get golden feathers by buying them at the store, finding them in the forest, and as a gift from people you help out along the way. There's 20 total, but only 7 or so are recommended to make the final climb to the peak. This game kind of feels like a town you'd visit in an RPG, except you don't leave to then go kill monsters. There are tons of people to talk to, do errands for, and learn from. Each felt like they had their own unique personality, and many of them also grew and reacted to the world around them as you began changing it. It was really cool. The music is very relaxing and atmospheric, and I really enjoyed it. I noticed this one melody did seem to pay homage to Mario Galaxy. Though I could be wrong. Either way, I love it. A Short Hike can be a, shorter experience, as getting to that top of the peak is very manageable. But I think the game is best experienced, and you're kind of encouraged to take your time to enjoy the world and find every little secret that you can. This is another game that's just pleasant. It's relaxing and fun. It also has a pretty decent sense of humor, too. I played A Short Hike in the middle of playing through Alan Wake and its DLCs when I just needed a refresh from, this.
Holy shit! Fuck!
For the very low price point, I think A Short Hike delivers on every promise and will become another game I return to every now and then when I need a break. The ending did also make me tear up, but your experience may vary. As is tradition. Hey! Pretty cool game.
Sure.
Jordan, I got one question for you. He says, sure. Have you ever played or even heard of A Short Hike?
Yeah, actually, I went and visited my 2-year-old niece a little while ago, and
Yeah?
this was her favorite game.
She loaded it up on her...
Loves A Short Hike.
She's playing on her Steam Deck. That's pretty cool. I think she would enjoy it. Your niece with your 2-year-old, as well as my 27-year-old grown-ass man. It's a game that appeals to everybody. Man, it was quite a while ago that we had some technical difficulties, so it was a while ago that I actually made that review, so there's been a lot of time between when I actually played that game. It's still really enjoyable, and it's actually, it's kind of inspired me to find more games like that, and not, maybe not exactly in playstyle, but do just kind of like, you don't have to worry about fighting the zombie boss queen. You don't have to blow up the giant train. You just like, I don't know, like go plant a tree in space, and it's fun. Do you play any games like that?
I haven't. I've been trying to do a little bit more of that. Part of my resolution for
weird.
the new year
You
was
know-
just to not play Fallout, but it's really just to
Yeah.
stop playing the same like 3 types of games I'll play,
Yeah.
and branch out and do more like platforming and stuff, and even games where there isn't any combat.
Yeah, like we mostly essentially grew up together. We're playing the exact same games for the most
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Gears of War, Halo, you know what I mean, Skyrim, and all the Fallout games. And it's so, those games are so in depth, and you can spend millions of hours in them that like it does kind of feel like, why would I play anything else?
Yeah.
So like being in that box for so long, I think that mixed with like before we were big boys and we didn't have you know kind of disposable income. I couldn't really buy a lot of games.
No.
So I would maximize the time spent as a kid with the games that I did have. Whereas now, I'm making that big money. Yeah, that big money.
Well, and I feel like games have become a lot more affordable as
Yeah.
well, especially small titles like this where, I mean, I don't know who developed this. It was, who developed this?
I don't remember anymore.
All right, fantastic. But it looks like a good game, and it seems like something that, like, normally you would have had to go to GameStop and
Yeah.
pay $30, $40 for maybe a used copy of this that somebody returned,
The
play
thought
it
of,
for a
like-
little while and like it, but...
Like games being on sale it still feels very new to me. I'm sure it's not, but like, yeah, when we only had GameStop or what was GameStop called? It was called
Electronic Boutique.
Yeah, Electronics Boutique. That was
Yeah.
sick.
EB
I used
Games,
I used
baby.
to love going there.
Yeah.
And then they got bought out by GameStop, which is fine. Mom and pop shops they're going out the door, and I'm for it. You hear that, Bezos? You and me. We're on the same
We're
team.
very pro Amazon here.
Yes. Everything in this shot you can see. I bought it from Amazon.com and nowhere else.
If a water pick shows up at the door in 2 days, I mean, hey,
Let's go. Anyway, whatever bullshit I was saying aside, I never remember seeing, especially like every day on like the Epic store launcher, they're just like, here's a free game. You know?
no, I feel like,
what?
especially with indie developers and small-time developers, they understand that you do want to play the game,
Yeah.
but paying $60 for something that's not a big, expansive AAA title is really hard to ask of people a lot of the time, especially
Yeah.
right now. And so I feel like when you put the games on, there's games on Game Pass, and like you said, Epic Game Store, Steam sales, where you get a
Steam
game
sale.
for maybe $10, $15, $5 in some case.
Yeah.
And you get a lot out of it. You seem to like this game, even though it's,
Just me, just you.
Just only
not-
Andrew's. If you look at the reviews, it's just Andrew.
I did a lot of reviews. But no, that concept is, I almost wonder if like indie devs do make more profit than they would if they had charged more, because who hasn't been burned by spending a bunch of money on a shit game, or it's just a game that you didn't like?
Yeah.
Like that's what like every like think about like the angry video game nerd and like the irate gamer, like so they became so popular because people could relate to the feeling of renting or buying a game or renting games that you didn't like, and you were just
Yeah.
like, well, fuck, I'm out this money and it's a bad game. It feels like getting like cheated on. You know, it sucks.
No, I hear you. This game does look like fun, though. Aesthetically, it reminds me a lot of Wind Waker.
Wind Waker
a little
is
bit.
the-
It kind of
is
pulls.
the-
It seems.
It feels like yeah, like a very polished GameCube game, which appeals to me. The GameCube was my first console, and yeah, the cell shaded look, it's cool. It's a fun game. I know it's not Call of Duty, but yeah,
It's not Warhammer 40K.
not quite.
No.
But I've gone on to, and I'll probably make some reviews for these games as well. But have you heard of a game called Grow Home?
Nope.
It's not about growing weed inside of
Fuck.
your house.
Boring.
Let's put that shit down.
If I can't hide from the cops in a game, what's the point?
What's the point? It's another game that I found that was, yeah, it was on like an extreme crazy Steam sale, I think, for like maybe less than like sub $5, and it's not a huge game. You play as a robot who kind of controls a little wonky, and it's just like cute. He's like honest. You get plopped on a planet. He has climbing abilities. It's very, wow, as I'm saying it out loud, it's very similar to a short hike. But your whole thing is you gotta just like go around, find the special gems, and you gotta grow these plants. I don't know what the story is. They don't make it a big deal. It's very short with it. Just like have fun on this planet, and it's just nice. And I think it was recommended because it was like gamers who bought a short hike also played this, and it's just nice to jump into a game that doesn't super challenge you, and you can
Yeah.
just like chill out, you know?
I know I shit on it a little bit at first, calling it a baby game and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there is a place for games like this, and I feel like it's important to have something that you can just kind of not turn your mind off, but there's no longer any of that stress. You're not worried about, oh
Yeah.
my god, am I going to be killed? Do I have to survive? I have to fight for my life. It's
nice.
just kind of wandering around and exploring, you know?
It reminds, because I've always, and this is something that I think you've said that you don't really kind of enjoy as much as I do, but like the settlement building in Fallout 4, like I gave that as an example because that game, it's a huge mechanic in the game. But I did that in Skyrim with mods. I would, you know, and obviously there's like you can get your own homes and they're customizable with the DLC from Skyrim. But I was doing that before that stuff existed with mods that let you build your houses and customize them. And not so much in a, I don't know, it's just like a nice break from, or just like spending a while making potions, you know, just working on a profession or a craft in a game rather than the combat side. It's kind of the same idea.
Yeah, like
You know
building
what I
up a
mean?
family in Sims, letting them all develop their own lives, and then burning the
Die.
entire house down, you know?
Letting them all fucking die.
They're all trapped inside, screaming.
Sometimes it's just
Just
fun.
relaxing.
It's just fun to do that instead of, you know, getting a gun pointed at you and being killed by a 12-year-old on Xbox Live and wanting to throw your controller through the screen. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit that like button, and while you're down there, why don't you post a sweet little comment, and why don't you come back up and also hit the subscribe button.
Just go all over the place, really.
It's really-
I want you all over this YouTube page.
Maybe in the upper right of your screen, you'll see a little card. Check out some other videos of ours. That'd be pretty sick. And until next time, I've been Jordan Hill,
And I'm Andrew Taylor.
and I love you.
Love you.
Love you too, BB.
When you said there's a place for games like this, I thought you were going to say, and that place is the nursery.